What's up, guys? This week marks my 1-year anniversary since packing up and relocating to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And man, oh man, it's been a very unique, crazy, and scary year for me, especially with everything going on with COVID-19. And in this video, I'm going to be going in detail about everything that I experienced this year while living in the DFW. So make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. And I'm going to get to it right after this. What's going on, everyone? This is your boy, Dre the Realtor, living it up in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And if this is your first time watching my channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, playing, eating, and chilling in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, then make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon next to it to be the first to know when I upload a new video. And honestly, I'm getting calls each and every day from people looking into the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So if you're thinking about moving or relocating to the DFW, then give me a call, shoot me a text, or simply send me an email. Whatever way you can get a hold of me, I got your back when moving to the DFW. So like I said earlier, this year has definitely been a very crazy, unique, and scary year for me. So here's basically what happened. So the week that me and my wife touched down to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex was basically the same week that everybody started taking COVID-19 seriously. And let's just say COVID-19 had a tremendous impact on the hospitality industry. And my first week at my dream job was actually my last week at my dream job. And yes, it was definitely an overwhelming feeling, having just moved to a new city, having to reinvent myself, get a new job, and also learn a new city. So when I say that Dallas has jobs, I'm a true testament of it, because while going through the pandemic, I actually had like 4 or 5 jobs, and they actually weren't that hard to find. So when I'm saying that Dallas has jobs and there's companies moving to the DFW, it's not a lie, it's actually true, and I am a true testament and witness to it. And my wife, she kind of experienced the same thing, and she was able to get 2 or 3 jobs until she found the job of her dreams. And it didn't take us very long to find those jobs. So if you're thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, then jobs would not be a concern for you. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the daily commute. So basically, when I got to the DFW, it was a ghost town. Everything was shut down, and it really didn't take that long to get from point A to point B. There was literally no traffic on the road. And that's when I soon realized that the DFW is spread out. And the way that I realized this was because one of my first jobs that I started working when I moved to the DFW was working for a moving company. Yeah, ironic, right? Well, this moving company had me traveling all over the DFW, and at this time I was living in Southwest Fort Worth, and they had me driving to Coppell, they had me driving to Plano, they had me driving to Carrollton, and these locations like an hour 15 minutes away from me, and I was exhausted. And that's when I truly realized how big the DFW was. So fast forward to June, when everything started opening up again, I started seeing more and more cars on the road. The traffic was getting worse and worse as the months went by. And for someone who's not originally from Texas, driving in Texas can be very intimidating, especially with the toll roads, the construction going on, and the maniac drivers that are going like 80 or 85 miles per hour and sometimes 90 miles per hour on the highway. So when I first got here, when I started seeing more and more cars on the road, I was nervous. I'm not even gonna lie, I was nervous. But after living here for a year now, I've gotten accustomed to the roads, and I think I'm an expert driver now. And honestly, the traffic here is not that bad. In my opinion, everybody has their own opinion. But for me, I drive 30 to 45 minutes a day, and the traffic only adds 10 to 15 minutes to my commute. And I lived in other places where it could be 30 minutes to an hour. So I like the traffic here, but everybody has their own opinion at the end of the day. So now let's talk about my experiences with the weather. And man, I have so many stories to tell you about the weather, especially with that winter storm that we just had. And honestly, the weather here is truly not that bad. And yes, it is true what they say. The weather really does get hot as HE double hockey sticks here. But I really can't complain because I've had worse weather, especially living on the East Coast. But the winter weather is where I draw the line. But my beef with the winter weather is the fact that it is so bipolar. You literally experience all 4 seasons in one day. I can't make this up. And for me, it was very frustrating trying to pick out my outfit for the day, having to dress up in layers for 35 degrees in the morning, and then having to take them all off by the afternoon because it was 65 degrees outside. And guys, I literally cannot make this up. The struggle has definitely been real with this bipolar weather in the DFW. And I literally can't make this up. As you all know, Texas was hit with a massive snowstorm where the weather got down into the single digits. Tell me why a few days later, it was like 70 degrees outside and everything had melted. So yeah, the proof is right there. As you can see, I'm not making this up when I say the weather is bipolar in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, especially in Texas. So now let's talk about my experience with the DFW lifestyle. So when I first got here, I wasn't truly able to experience everything that the DFW had to offer just because the DFW was shut down due to COVID-19. But as soon as everything opened up, I was able to truly see everything that the DFW has to offer. And man, the DFW has a lot to offer. One of the things that I love about living in the DFW is the food. The food here is amazing. Now, I'm not saying that because I want you to move here, but I'm being honest. I'm from a small town in Virginia, and the food that I witnessed here is just incredible. There's so many different and unique food places that are popping up all over the DFW. There's nice barbecue food trucks. They have Tex-Mex food. They have Mexican food. They have Louisiana-style Cajun food. Just anything that you want. They have soul food. Anything you want, you name it. The DFW has it. As far as entertainment goes, I really can't speak on that due to everything being shut down because of COVID-19. But there's still fun things that you can do. I know Six Flags is open. I've personally been to the Fort Worth Stockyards a few times. There's a lot of little trails and parks that you can go if you want to be socially distant. And Dallas just has some really nice scenery. One of my favorite things about living in the DFW is driving past the Dallas skyline. It is so beautiful. And every time I drive past the skyline, I'm always in awe and I'm so amazed. But some of the things that I love about living in the DFW is the fact that the DFW has so many different cities and suburbs that you can choose to live in. There's a lot of places where you can go shopping. You get a true Southern hospitality suburban feel while living in the DFW. To sum it up, my first year living in the DFW has been a very rocky, unique, up and down roller coaster, but I literally wouldn't trade it for the world. As the days go by, I'm finding more and more reason as to why I love living in the DFW. So if you're thinking about moving to the DFW, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. Whatever way you want to get in contact with me, I got your back when moving to the DFW. Until next time, peace.